Hi, and welcome to Hoffman's Hot Seat. I'm Tom Hoffman with One-to-One Media, coming to you from the Gartner Customer 360 Summit here in Orlando. And I'm joined today by Vinay Iyer, Vice President of Marketing at SAP. And today, Vinay and I will be talking about the future of CRM. Vinay, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for the opportunity, Tom. I appreciate it.
So you and I had spoken before about how customers they seem to be less concerned with comparing CRM platforms between different companies. They're more interested in where can your platform take our company in the future in terms of our future needs and so forth. Can you talk about that a little bit?
When companies are looking for just a CRM system like a Salesforce automation system, they often tend to think about features and functions. But given where CRM is today, I think the core CRM market is a commodity. Everybody has the same set of features, usability, and so forth. However, the question is, well, if I do your CRM versus other CRM, where can I go with it in terms of looking at the end customer impact I can have? And that's where we feel that SAP has the unique ability for customers who standardize on SAP to really deliver on four important pillars that we also talk about in our book, The Customer Experience Edge. The four pillars are to build the trust that we have heard throughout this conference at Gartner. The four elements to building trust are, number one, reliability. You make a promise to your customer, how consistently can you keep that promise? And it could be any promise, 24-hour response, 48-hour response, guaranteed delivery in 1 week, whatever it is. How consistently can you keep that promise?
Right.
The second one that customers expect today is relevancy. I am a unique individual, you're a unique individual, you have your preferences, and we want to be treated differently, uniquely to enhance our experiences. So how can you recognize my needs and how can you serve that? The third one is responsiveness. Now everybody is on internet time, flash time. How can you listen to me, do something that matters to me today as opposed to making me wait for 2 years? And the last one is convenience. Everybody is on social media, on mobile devices, on the fly. And how can you make me or engage with me anytime, anywhere that I choose to, as opposed to always having to call somebody or go to a store? So SAP is uniquely delivering on these four pillars through our mobile platform, social platform, in-memory analytics platforms on top of the core product. And that way, I think we have something unique and exciting to bring to the market today that I think gives us a unique position in the market.
So this is something you touched on before, Vinay, that companies are really trying hard to develop a 360-degree view of customers, and doing this by blending together a variety of inputs and customer insights from voice of the customer information, CRM, social, the contact center interactions, and also operational and transactional information. And I'm wondering, as you've been talking to customers about this, do you feel there are any examples of SAP customers that are really doing that type of thing well today to get that full view of customers?
Absolutely. So we have a customer who is a grocery retailer in Switzerland called Coop, C-O-O-P, and they actually have a video of their solution on YouTube as well. So they're a traditional grocer, and it turns out that in Switzerland a couple of things happened. One is the iPhones became a huge hit, and from what I understand, iPhones have the most density of adoption among smartphones in Switzerland compared to many other countries. So more people carry per capita than other countries.
Yeah.
And secondly, this grocery chain was trying to differentiate itself because a grocery product is a grocery product, whether you buy it from shop A or store B. So they're trying to enhance their customer experience by making it more convenient for their customers to interact with them. So they deployed an app on the iPhone where you could browse through the grocery catalog, put it in a shopping cart, and it goes into SAP, gets transacted. And also because their logistics and delivery system is in SAP, the customer could also specify a 30 or 60-minute time window to receive the groceries at home, right? So all of this was done 2 years ago. Then along the way they said, hey, we understand our customers, their behaviors, because they've been transacting, we know how they browse, how they shop, when they shop. And also because they use mobile devices, we know typically where they spend time shopping. They said, hey, they realized that a lot of the time customers are waiting in train stations or bus stops for their train or bus to arrive. And that is time kind of wasted, right? I mean, they're reading newspapers or looking at the scenery around them.
Yeah.
So they said, hey, instead of just putting a billboard advertising our store, how about we put a virtual wall with images of all the products people tend to buy, and that becomes a virtual grocery store. So I'm looking at the product image, the description, the labels, and I have a barcode, and if I'm interested in buying it, I just use my camera, take a picture, and it puts the product into my shopping cart, and I do the whole same transaction again, right? So a really cool example of how listening to the customer, understanding, analyzing their behaviors, their shopping patterns, a company like Co-op can really transform the convenience factor of customer experience.
Sure. That's a great example.
Yeah, another one on the B2B side is the customer that won the Gartner Award last year, Cemex, which has continued to enhance the customer experience in the B2B situation, because Cemex delivers cement and their primary customers are contractors who build bridges and buildings. So for them to receive delivery of the right product at the right time, at the right job site, with the right quantities and et cetera, is super critical.
Sure.
So in that setting, tying the logistics with the order placement, with the coordination of people, process, product, it's like a remarkable achievement. And for them to have transformed that customer experience in a industry nobody really thinks about as being like a forward thinker in the experience space, it's pretty transformational. And it's exciting that this kind of transformation is happening everywhere, and not just with the consumer world as we typically think of.
Sure. Thanks for sharing those. Those are great examples. So finally, I also wanted to ask, we've been talking about the future of CRM, and where, as a discipline, and not so much in terms of the platforms involved, but CRM as a discipline, where do you see CRM, say, 3 to 5 years from now? What should people be expecting?
Oh, absolutely. That's a fascinating question, and it's really fascinating to dream about the future. When you look beyond CRM, I think there are some major technological changes happening out there, right? Beyond the social, mobile, and all stuff. For example, I don't know if you've seen this video that Corning, the glass maker, has put out there, and it's on YouTube as well. They talk about the future of smart glass, like a glass like this. It's a smart glass because you can actually pump electronic information on any glass interface. So it could be your desktop with a smart glass, it could be a wall hanging, it could be your mirror in the bathroom being a smart glass, and relevant information can be sent to that interface through wireless, any means, right? So suddenly the possibility of having more mechanisms through which you can interact with users is transformational. So how do you then identify the person through face recognition, other means, and send them information that's relevant to their morning, their afternoon, their day? It's an exciting CRM kind of problem. The second thing that's happening is, today with social media, we talk a lot about people-to-people enablement, people-to-company, company-to-people kind of enablement. But another thing that's silently happening and starting to gather pace is the machine-to-machine, machine-to-people, and people-to-machine interactions. So we have heard kind of concepts like, hey, can a fridge find out that it's out of milk and notify me so that I don't have to come home, open the fridge, and realize it's empty and my kids are crying.
Yeah.
Rather, on my way, I can pick up a carton of milk and bring it home, or I can be smarter by which the fridge is authorized to order the grocery store to deliver the milk when I arrive home or something, right?
Yeah. Well, Vinay, thank you so much for your time today.
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity. Really enjoyed it.